Finding problems? That's easy. They exist in every community. I'm Terry Springs, your host. We're looking deeper, and we are talking solutions, finding out how we all can make a difference. Now on Talking Solutions, the 100th anniversary of Girl Scout cookie sales. Who doesn't love that? We have Linda Bridges, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for the Girl Scouts of Southern Nevada. And we also have Cheryl and Cece. Life is good here, and I know it's going to get sweeter now that the Girl Scout cookie sales are on. I've been going around the building talking to people about the fact that 2017 is the 100th anniversary of Girl Scout cookie sales. And every last person I talk to say, how could it be 100 years?
That is correct. Girl Scouts have been selling cookies since 1917.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
I got a timeline talking about some of the different things that have occurred with Girl Scout cookie sales throughout this 100 years. One of the things that really was interesting to me was the fact that back in World War II, because of rationing and such, it wasn't possible to be selling Girl Scout cookies because sugar and things like that were being rationed. So instead that year, it was Girl Scout calendars.
Yeah, right.
I think the cookies went out every time.
Yes.
Now, Linda, as the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for the Girl Scouts of Southern Nevada, this is a really busy time of year for you.
It is probably the busiest time of year for us. 3,900 girl members throughout Southern Nevada. They are all preparing for Girl Scout cookie season. They're goal setting, they're planning with their troops, and they're just really getting excited.
Well, one of the interesting things that I've learned in past discussions with the Girl Scouts of Southern Nevada is, unfortunately, our participation here is not quite to the national average. So are you opening your arms and saying, come on, girls, we got room for you?
Always. We are always opening our arms to our sisters. We would love to have more Girl Scouts involved in our leadership development programs.
And that's what it's all about, because I have also found that women who are members of the Senate, members of the House in our government, women who are CEOs and in high-ranking positions with companies, all were Girl Scouts, which helped to teach them leadership skills.
That's absolutely right. So all the things that somebody like Cece is learning as a Girl Scout, they can take directly into their fields and directly into their leadership positions.
Linda, were you also a Girl Scout in your past?
I am a proud Girl Scout alumna of the Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois.
And you've been here in Southern Nevada for how long?
I've been in Southern Nevada 3.5 years.
And once you get here, you know this is the place to be, don't you?
Yes, I do. This is home.
Cheryl, you also were a Girl Scout?
Yeah.
And you're such a big believer in the Girl Scouts that you're instilling that same love of the Girl Scouts with Cece, your daughter.
Yes, I am. And it's just something I've always wanted for her. Being part of the Girl Scouts really made me connect with other girls in my age group. Cece being the only child, I thought it was the best route to go to make friends, to give her a place to feel a sense of belonging. We also have got a lot of her girls from school involved with the Girl Scouts as well. In our troop, we have 7 girls, all from her elementary school. So they've also been able to grow together and experience the Girl Scout tradition.
I certainly understand. I didn't have any sisters. So to be able to connect and really bond with other girls my age, besides having them in class or church or the neighborhood, the Girl Scouts is a great way to bond.
Yeah, it's a safe environment for them to grow and mature, and they get that basic core of ethics that helps them along the way, as we were talking earlier about, their future and business skills. It really prepares them for the future.
So the Girl Scouts is more than just getting together every week or 2 weeks to do a fun activity.
We're more than just cookies.
That's it. I like that line. That is a great line. We're more than just cookies.
Yes.
Except right now it's really good that you're a lot of cookies. Linda, Cheryl, Cece, I was doing a little research before we sat down in the studio today. And being that I have a nutrition degree, I can tell you that Eating Well says the healthiest of the Girl Scout cookies would be the shortbreads.
Yes, that is true.
You also have a gluten-free. You have a vegan option.
We do. That's right.
Our number one seller, the Thin Mint, is vegan.
I'm not even vegan. And as a result of that, I will consume more Thin Mints than ever before. How much does it cost for a box of Girl Scout cookies?
$5.
And out of that $5 purchase, Cece, do you know what does the money get used for?
It gets used for Girl Scout trips that we can go on very rarely.
But those are really good times, I bet.
Yes, they are very good times.
Cece, you are a great person to ask, what do you like best about being a Girl Scout?
I like going on the trips that we do because we have to earn it for them. And if you don't earn it, it doesn't feel as good as it does. And you're also with all your good sisters.
You're all together, working together as a sisterhood, as a group. How many girls are in your troop?
There are 7, including me.
So you all get to know them pretty well.
Yes.
Is it like having other sisters?
Yes, it's very much like that.
Are you looking forward to going out and selling the cookies? Have you been getting ready for the big 100th anniversary year of selling Girl Scout cookies?
Yes, I've been so excited for it.
Do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie?
My favorite Girl Scout cookie would be the new one, s'mores.
I haven't done those yet.
Well, we have some samples for you.
I see that box. That looks like a dangerous box.
Yes.
Yeah. Being in a radio station, it won't have a long life, I guarantee you. But it will end in a delicious, wonderful fashion. Why become a Girl Scout?
I wanted to instill the basic core ethics that I grew up with the Girl Scouts. I think it really helped my judgment and my decision-making throughout my career. It also helped me expand friendship and learn how to actually treat other girls. In this era and age that we're in now, there's a lot of girls that just simply don't get along, and they have the Band of Balsy with the Girl Scouts that I really enjoyed. And it's just a place where she can feel at home. She can feel included in a sense of belonging. And that's what I wanted for her. Being the only child, not having any brothers or sisters in the house, this gives her the opportunity to have that sort of relationship with other girls as a sisterly bond.
And I think it also would teach you better how to deal with other people, how to treat them with respect.
Right.
Yes.
And these days we end up talking about anti-bullying efforts and things like that so much. And with social media around 24/7, if somebody's really giving you a hard time online, it seems like it never goes away.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So good practices as they're young takes them through the rest of their life. It's really exciting when you start to find out how many different avenues the Girl Scouts educate their girls in.
Yes.
For instance, the Girl Scouts have been behind things like STEM education.
Absolutely.
For everyone, but especially for girls.
Right. We want our Girl Scouts, when they leave the Girl Scout program, to be educated in financial literacy, to be financially independent, to understand concepts like STEM. And when they go to Camp Foxtail, we have a STEM lab where they're flying drones and they're understanding the engineering behind that. When they're in their troop meetings, they're understanding working together as a team, understanding diversity of thought, diversity of opinion, and respecting those things. And those are things they're going to take throughout their life.
And you mentioned financial literacy specifically.
Correct.
And is that one of the things that the Girl Scout cookie sales helps to fund?
Absolutely. One of the things that's important to note is that 100% of the proceeds of the Girl Scout sale stays right here in Southern Nevada. And before the sale even starts, girls like Cece are goal setting, and they're deciding with their troop or independently how they want to spend that money. Do they want to fund a service project? Do they want to go on a fun trip? Do they want to save for a couple of years and go to Belize like one of our troops is doing this summer? So there's so many components to the cookie sale besides our fabulous cookies.
Wow. Cece, I know the Girl Scouts have badges, and so you study different areas.
Yes.
Do you have a special interest area? I mean, what do you like the best?
I really like to see all my sisters together as one earning all their badges.
Do you have to study for that? Do you have to prove that you know how to do something before you get your badge?
Yes, we have to prove it by working as a team, doing it all together.
I like the way you talk teamwork, sisterhood. I can tell that you're well on your way to being in a leadership role, which would be just great. Now, Linda, we were saying that the participation for girls in the Girl Scouts is not quite as high as it is in some other areas of the country. We want to get those numbers up.
We sure do.
Cheryl, Linda, Cece, how do other girls or moms who would like their girls to get involved in Girl Scouts, what do we have to do to get them involved?
This is a great time to join. Cookie season is such a fun time to join a troop or to become an independent Girl Scout because you get to learn about the Girl Scout spirit firsthand. So parents can call our office at 702-385-3677 or go to girlscoutsnv.org and we can help you register.
And Girl Scout cookies are on sale. We just started cookie season.
Yes,
Very
we did.
exciting time of the year. So it's just underway, and that will be going on for the next several weeks. Is
That's
that right?
So booth sales start February 18th, and they go through March 12th.
It's going to be a sweet spring around here.
Yes, it is.
I know it. And who can resist, especially when the tables are set up outside the grocery stores?
Right.
And you see this girl who is just standing up and smiling and sticking her hand out and saying, glad to meet you. Would you like to buy some? How many boxes do you think you're going to sell?
I think we're going to sell about a lot of Girl Scout cookies.
She wants to make it to the Grand Cookie Club. That was her goal last year, and we sold just a little over to get her there. And we are a third of the way in the process now of reaching her goal for the Grand Cookie Club. And you have to sell at least 1,000 boxes of cookies to get to the Grand Cookie Club. And then they have an additional package. If you sell 1,500, you get additional rewards and recognitions through the program.
So you've got your sights set on that, don't you, Cece? You're already setting up to sell all those cookie boxes for the Girl Scouts. You are just an inspiration.
They've made their decisions for their goal plannings and what they would like to do with their cookies, money sales for this year. You want to let them know what your plans are going to be?
Our plans are to get some food, some water, a few jackets, and put it in a bag and give it to the homeless so they have stuff.
That's wonderful. I'm all for getting involved in charity efforts.
We're doing a Give Back community project for their badge this year.
That is so great. Well, maybe when you get there, maybe you'll have to come and visit me and tell me about that when you get there.
Okay.
Because I know you will get there. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Pretty exciting. All right, open arms from the Girl Scouts of Southern Nevada to get young women involved and get them started as part of the Girl Scouts. And I know, too, Cheryl, when you get involved and you have a daughter like Cece who's in the Girl Scouts, a lot of times the parents, both moms and dads, end up volunteering to help with all the different events.
Yes. I went ahead and started up a troop. Our local elementary school didn't have a troop there, so I went ahead and approached our principal. She welcomed us with open arms, and we were able to get quite a few girls from the school to join the troop. And we also have male volunteers within our troop. And I'm telling you, it's a great experience for them as well. They really get involved. They help out a lot with the camping and also a lot of the instructional time during the actual troop meetings. We actually have our male volunteers come in, and if we're working on a badge, we have to learn how to tie ropes. They're great help, really. We couldn't be more open to the male volunteer role because it really gives the children a different viewpoint rather than just a woman's aspect on things. It gives them the male perspective as well.
It's a nice balance, and I know every dad wants his daughter to do the best possible. I mean, dads love their daughters, so how would they not want to get involved with helping out as a volunteer for the Girl Scouts? That makes perfect sense.
They have a great badge out for the cookie sales. It's called Me and My Guy. And if your father or your uncle or a male person that you consider a good person in your life comes to the cookie booth and helps the girls, they get a Me and My Guy badge that they can put on their vest or their sash. And it's just another way to welcome men into the organization.
I love that. Role models come in all shapes and sizes. So people volunteering to help the Girl Scouts, always a great thing. And especially, Cheryl, like you said, you were a Girl Scout. Now, Cece, your daughter, is a Girl Scout.
Yes.
It's this family tradition.
It is.
And someday, Cece, which I think is going to be a ways off, perhaps you'll have a daughter and you'll be able to continue the tradition of offering, let's get you involved in the Girl Scouts. I know you're not looking quite that far down the road. That's understandable. We've got Linda Bridges in, the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for the Girl Scouts of Southern Nevada. Also Cheryl and her daughter Cece, who is currently a Girl Scout. Ladies, we always ask, as part of the show Talking Solutions, what can we do to help you?
This is a great time for organizations to get involved. It's not too late. If you would love to have a booth outside of your store during cookie season, this is a great time to get involved. We're always looking for volunteers. You certainly don't have to be a parent of a Girl Scout. Anyone can volunteer with the Girl Scouts, and it's always a great time to join.
We'll make sure that the links, phone numbers, and all of that are included on our Talking Solutions Facebook page,
Great.
along with a podcast of today's discussion. Am I forgetting anything?
I don't think so.
Well, tremendous information that you've been offering for us, Cece. You're all dressed up in your Girl Scouts outfit. You're looking all good with your badges. And from here, you're going off to do a little television now, aren't you?
Yep, I am.
How old are you, Cece?
I am 8 years old.
You are a very mature 8 years old. How long have you been part of the Girl Scouts?
I have been part of the Girl Scouts ever since I was in kindergarten.
So did you start out with the brownie rank?
I started out with Daisy rank.
Oh, daisies are even before brownies, aren't they?
Kindergarten through second.
Wow. And you have a few years down the road that you'll be continuing with the Girl Scouts now, won't you?
Yes.
The 100th anniversary of the Girl Scout cookie sales, as I was looking, Linda, through the history, I know there was a time in the early 90s when the Girl Scout cookies went up onto space missions.
Yes.
And there are so many things in the history of the cookies. Remember that they're out there for us to go and to enjoy. By the way, we were talking about my nutrition interest, and I was saying that you can always do Girl Scout cookies. My recommendation, get your serving out in advance. Put the box away.
Yes.
Don't sit down in front of the TV with the whole box or else it will be gone. Boom,
Well,
like
people
that.
love to freeze the Thin Mint.
Yes.
That's a great cookie to freeze. The s'more is delicious. It's actually a great cookie.
Yes, it's really good. Everyone, whenever they hit the streets with the s'mores, they're going to be sold out fast.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone that I've given a sample to is just gobbled them up and is asking for more when we're getting more in. So everyone's waiting for the shipment to come.
And it's our first new cookie in 2 years.
Well, and I'm thinking, is it going to rival the Thin Mints? I don't know. I might have to have both.
I think you do.
Everything in moderation.
That's right.
Plus, as you were saying, Linda, when you put the Thin Mints in the freezer, they're still waiting for you when the heat starts.
Oh, yeah.
coming on. When it
Good
gets
point.
hot.
When
you
the
need
sale's over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. When nobody has any left except us, who thought ahead and bought extra and put them in the freezer.
That's right.
On that hot day that's getting on towards summer, what a refreshing treat. Thin Mint straight from the freezer. Well, ladies, thank you for all coming in to join us today.
Thank
to
you.
talk about
Thank you
the
so much.
100th anniversary of the Girl Scout cookie sales. Linda Bridges, Vice President of Sales and Marketing, also Cheryl and Cece, current
Thank you
Girl
for
Scouts.
inviting us.
Well, join us anytime here on Talking Solutions.
Thank you so much.
Have a great cookie sale.
Thank you.
Thanks.